So I figured we can start with another like holiday type nugget.
Absolutely.
And we reached out to you guys to help us out for this one.
We sure did.
So we asked everyone, what is your weirdest family tradition on Christmas? And we're just going to ping pong.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely. Yeah.
I got one that says my family gets a Lego advent calendar and all the kids get random days.
Oh my gosh. I'm sure you were so excited when you saw that. A Lego advent calendar? You know who just got an advent calendar?
Who?
My dog.
Amazing.
My mom found one and gave it to her. It was the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's.
Yep.
My mom's big Trader Joe's girl.
Your
turn. This is from P. Elenice. And she said, we dance around the Christmas tree. It's a weird Norwegian tradition.
Ooh, love that. Should we do that this year? Let's do it. Oh, shoot. I didn't say it. The first one was from Caitlin 1 June. This one's from Johnny Butt. He said, burning the Christmas tree in the chimney once the holidays are over. The house smells great.
Whoa.
I've never heard of that. That seems dangerous.
Well, I don't think they put the entire tree. They probably chop it up and put it in the fire.
He said burning the Christmas tree.
Right. But like, I'm sure they like cut
Take
it up.
it in chunks.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
You know.
Your turn.
Jordan_Binkley's said his family hides a real pickle in the tree on Christmas. Whoever finds it opens the first present.
Ew.
You guys might not know this, but Taryne hates pickles.
That's
like
my actual
not even
nightmare.
hates. Like hates isn't an appropriate word.
I'm slightly afraid of them.
She has a real phobia, I think, of pickles. So that would terrify her. Also, that smells. You know?
No, yeah. Like I feel like anybody
That's
would
like a
not
potent
enjoy
smell.
that. No, I'm out. I'll
That's fun though. To like whoever wins. It's like an Easter egg hunt.
I've heard. I think it's like a German thing, and like you hide an ornament, but I've never heard of an actual pickle. That's disgusting. Schwartz.Emmy goes to Pizza Hut on Christmas Eve.
Well, that's fun.
Like, kind of love that.
I would do that for sure.
Yeah.
Badmad_99 said, when my family doesn't have cookies for Santa, we've put out crackers and water for him.
I can just imagine Santa coming down and being like, who lives here?
As a child, I would have been very upset.
Yeah.
I would have been like, he's not going to give me anything. Like, don't leave him that.
I'd be like, Mom, that's it. Go to the store. And we are going to end it with my favorite.
Oh my gosh.
So, best Christmas tradition or weirdest. Killing a tree and letting its decorated corpse decay in our living room for a month.
Oh,
do you get it?
Yeah.
I was like, well, when you read it like that,
I'm like, well, that sounds so morbid, but that's exactly what we all do.
R.I.P. Christmas tree.
Wow. Hello, guys, and welcome back to the podcast. This is Ashley.
I'm Taryne.
And we're Unsolicited Advice. And this is our last episode before Christmas.
Yeah.
Wow, guys.
That's so sad.
It's been a long, yet very quick December.
I know. And you know what's funny is like we put out there, we're like, hey, send us your like awkward family holiday situations. And we didn't really get any.
We didn't, which makes me happy, actually.
I was
I'm like,
just going to say. That's means
great.
Everyone's family is
good
thriving.
For us. Yeah.
Good job. Or it's really depressing and you don't want to.
That gives me a lot of hope. That's really exciting for us as a team. I feel like I might be getting sick. Pretty sure it's happening as we speak. The last like 5 hours, I've just been like, oh no.
Yeah. She's been going downhill fast.
Yeah, it's kind of knocking me out. So if my voice sounds weird, or if it sounds a little sexy,
stops responding.
Blame it on the cold.
Usually when she's sick, she just stares blankly at me. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes.
I just don't make it through
Maybe
the rest
you
of the
should
podcast.
go first, just in case.
Well, we have some DMs to share.
Yeah, let's share some.
We love you guys, and we love talking to you guys, and most of that talking happens through the social media stuff. So if you don't follow us there, definitely follow us there. But yeah, through Instagram, we've got some stuff. Rebecca_Joy_ says, hey, Ashley and Taryne, I just want to say how much I look forward to the podcast every Tuesday. I'm from Australia.
Oh, I was like Tuesday. But that makes sense.
That makes
probably
sense. Yeah. And I love the longer episodes. You are hands down my favorite podcast, and you make me laugh so hard that my sister always makes fun of me for laughing on the bus. Anyways, love you girls so much. That happens to me all the time because I listen to podcasts. I'm not kidding. Everywhere I go, if I'm grocery shopping, if I'm running errands, I'll be somewhere public all the time, and I have my AirPods in, listening to a podcast, and I'll laugh out loud like no one's there, and the looks you get is just like,
oh my gosh, yeah,
dang it, I did that. Oh well, and you just gotta like roll with it.
I've learned too, like I have a very expressive involuntary face.
Yeah, me too.
So like when I'm watching movies, like I get made fun of all the time because like my face will be reflecting what I'm watching.
Yeah.
Or if someone's telling me a story, I'll start like mimicking their expression.
Mm-hmm.
And so sometimes like when I am listening to a podcast, like I'm curious what my face is doing because like I feel like I can't hide. And then it almost looks like I'm like slightly having a seizure because it's like
my face, if it's something funny like or even cute, my face will be like smiling so big, and then if it's emotional in any way, I'm already crying. Like within like a second of whatever it is, I'm sobbing. So
yep. I got one from I think it's Bella, either Inder or Linder. I'm not quite sure. She said, first of all, I'm from Germany, so please don't judge me for any spelling or grammar mistakes. Guys, we would never judge.
I'm sure you're way better than I am.
Yes, we
Taryne agrees.
We're from here and speak English and are both college graduates. Just to throw that out there.
Can't tell, but it's fine.
And there's times, especially this cute little blondie sitting across from me.
I'm so bad. You guys, this happens on a weekly basis. I'll post something and I will get DMs from some of my like closer friends within moments of posting, and they'll just be like, dang it, Ashley.
She posted like a main channel video the other day, and it was like something about how to lose weight, but she put how to loose, like LOOSE.
I swear.
And I was like, Ashley freaking Nicole, like fix your thumbnail, girl.
I really think I'm dyslexic sometimes because I'll triple check is what's the problem is.
Why don't you ever like type in Google? Like that's what I would do.
But like for the word lose, for example.
My sister-in-law is trying to FaceTime me. Hold on one second. Hey, I'm recording right now. Can I call you back?
We got the gender.
Oh, that's exciting.
Look. It's not just like embarrassing.
Oh. Okay, my brother and sister-in-law are FaceTiming me, listening to the podcast, and they also have an envelope with their gender, and I'm the only one who gets to know, so that's super exciting. I love you both, but I gotta go, so I'll see you soon. Bye.
That was adorable.
Yeah. Obviously, we're very comfortable here. Just answer FaceTime.
No rules.
What were we talking about?
I don't remember.
I don't either. Well, so it's out there now. I'm going to be an aunt.
She is going to be an aunt.
Guys, I am throwing the gender reveal party. Well, not like throwing, but like I have the, I guess you could say it's a privilege, but it also is like an extreme cause of anxiety for me.
Yeah, no kidding.
Of being the only person who's going to know the gender. And so like I have to plan the like get it. Because, okay, so how I'm doing it is my brother's a football coach and his wife is like very like always on the field, like very like Friday Night Lights, cute little couple. And so, you know, after the games, they dump those huge Gatorade, like orange Gatorade buckets igloos, like on them. Yeah. So I'm going to fill those with the color of confetti, blue for boy, pink for a girl.
That's super cute.
And so two people are going to dump it on them as if it's like, oh yeah, we won the game, but that's how they're going to find out.
Yeah.
But I'm like so nervous that either I'm going to accidentally slip by being like, oh yeah, him or her, like when I'm talking about the baby in between now and then.
Yeah.
Or that like I'm going to trip like Kevin in The Office where he spills all his chili.
The chili.
And like all the confetti's going to fly and everyone's going to know before it's like time. I'm so freaking nervous.
I would be more scared. I feel like I would be more scared of me just accidentally saying like he or she.
That's what I just said.
No, more than the confetti.
Oh, than the confetti. Yeah.
Like the confetti, yeah, that's a possibility, but I would be more scared of myself accidentally dropping it.
So I told them from now until then, I'm going to constantly say he or she and then go oops right after. So that way when I actually do slip and then I'm like, oops, like they'll never know.
Yeah.
It's a great strategy.
That's actually really clever. Yeah. Because they'll never figure it out.
So anyways, that's something exciting that's coming.
That's a big, exciting thing that's coming.
We're both super tired. We fell asleep in the car like 5 minutes ago. So if we seem a little out of it, that's why. We're not on our game right now.
Shaking it off.
I was reading a DM. Got it. We're back. So this was from Bella. She said, not to judge her for grammar. You think you're dyslexic. I'm all caught up. So she said, this morning I decided it was the right time to try some pre-workout before heading to the gym.
Love pre-workout.
Well, it was my first time trying pre-workout, and I'm not kidding. My face and body started itching so bad. If it wasn't for you and your pre-workout story from the podcast, I would have probably started freaking out. But I had in my mind that you had a similar experience, and that really helped me to stay calm the whole time. So thank you so much for sharing.
That's so weird. I'm not kidding you guys. I have taken pre-workout periodically for the past 6 years.
Yeah.
Never once have I felt itchy. So when Taryne told me that she felt itchy from it, I was like, no, you don't. No.
Dude, that's
weird.
It is not even itchy. It's like as if you're getting like tiny little electric shocks throughout like your entire face. Mine happens mostly in my ears and my hands. And it's like you don't know what to do because you can't make it stop.
Yeah.
It's the worst. But it is terrifying. And so I was like, well, I'm glad that our podcast helped you to not freak out.
Yeah, because that would be scary for sure. I wonder if it has anything to do with the brand.
I don't know. Or just like your body composition.
I mean, I guess so.
I have no idea.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I have another DM. This is from Taryne.
Taryne?
Oh my God.
Did you not read it before?
Well, I didn't notice her name is Taryn.
Yeah.
Taryne.
Taryne Club.
Yeah. Taryne Sordor. Sordor?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. I'm struggling so hard.
Together.
Taryne Sordor is her name. And the DM says, hey gals, want to start by saying I love your podcast. My 16-year-old niece, shout out to Addison, best niece ever. Oh, cute. That's
hi,
so cute. Hi, Addison. Got me hooked and I have been loving it. And I've been binging it, talking about all the stories with her, especially the Scary October series. Everybody loved the October series. Maybe we should just switch the podcast to Scary Stories.
Maybe we should.
My name is Taryne, and I totally relate to being called Karen all the time.
Oh,
she put.
girl.
My coworkers use it as my alter ego name now, and whenever I get sassy, they're like, "Oh God, here comes Karen." So Taryne, I totally feel you, girl. That's hilarious. That's literally exactly what I do.
Yeah.
Also, I am also super single. And love hearing all your super relatable comments and advice. Thank you for being real and honest, hilarious, and of course, badass, beautiful single ladies. Can't wait to hear what comes next.
Love.
Wow.
That's
that
amazing.
was just like a delight to read. Thank you so much, Taryne.
There's not many of us Tarynes in the world. So like when I do find another, I'm always like instantly just feel.
It's a very rare thing. Me and Taryne live very different lives.
Yes.
There's just too many Ashleys in this world and not enough Tarynes.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking of naming your kid Ashley,
oh my gosh, please name your child.
Try Taryne out for a change.
Yes. I asked my brother if it's a girl, if he'll make their middle name Taryne, and he said no. So it's fine.
He said that, but we'll see.
It's fine.
I think it might grow on him.
It's fine. Anywho, did you have anything else you want to share before
I have a funny story.
Love.
That I really wanted to share. So this one is like, she didn't put Taryne it up, but it pretty much is a Taryne it up.
Okay, cool.
It's a little longer, but I don't care because it's really funny.
Okay.
So, hello, Ashley and Taryne. My name is Jade. I am 25 years old, self-employed hairstylist in a small town of Iowa. As you can imagine, there's not much to do here. So listening to your podcast has become my favorite pastime.
Stop it.
You two really give off the, quote, sleepover with your best friend, end quote, vibe. And gosh. I enjoy every minute of each episode, which I just
honored.
I love that. The whole like sleepover vibe thing, that's 100% what I wanted this podcast to feel like. And so even the fact that you said that word for word just like chills, makes me happy. It. As everyone else, I have baggage upon baggage of love issues, family drama, and annoying work instances. But today, I'd like to share an embarrassing story.
Yes.
Which is good because we've been getting a lot of like short ones and I need like a good story.
Good story, yeah.
There was a time in my life where I thought dating an older man was a good idea. And holy macaroni, was your girl wrong. She said macaroni.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone say holy macaroni.
I don't know if I have
holy
either.
Mackerel.
I like it. Should we start saying that?
Sure.
She definitely didn't say mackerel. She said macaroni.
I wouldn't be surprised if she said mackerel.
Macaroni. Like, what is mackerel?
It's a fish. Mark, isn't it a fish? Mackerel?
It is indeed a fish.
Is it really? I had no idea.
Sometimes I think I'm smarter than I think that I am. I just made myself sound so dumb when I said that. But no, like
everyone listening is like, sure, Taryne.
Someone says something and you say a fact and you're like, why do I know that?
Yeah.
That was that.
Interesting. Well,
please continue.
Fun fact, guys, that's a fish.
And I'm smart.
I prefer the sound of, I'd rather say macaroni than mackerel.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to go with it.
Okay.
The relationship of being with a guy who was 10 years older than me being 21, him being 31, was quite an experience.
That's an interesting age gap.
21 to 31. There's a lot of growing for the 21-year-old to still do.
Yeah.
If you were dating and you were 31, he was 41, I would see that a lot easier.
Yeah.
It's like dating someone who's still in high school while you're in college. Like those are a big groups.
Well, and we've said this so many times, like 18 to 25. That's your biggest changing, finding yourself years. So that's like you're still finding yourself. And I feel like when you're 31, well, nah, we digress. You're pretty much like kind of on that. Like you're pretty solid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For the most part.
Anyway, she continues. The constant chase of trying to impress him was fun and flirtatious until one day when he asked me to go out to lunch and then for a walk. While sitting at lunch, I noticed something itching my calf, but I figured it was just my pants or something since I had previously just taken them out of the dryer.
Is it a bug?
The rest of lunch, I kept feeling the mysterious itching, but shook it off, literally. We finished our meal, got back to town, and decided to head out for a walk. With every step, I felt itching on my calf, making its way down to my ankle. When finally it was gone, I felt oddly relieved when all of a sudden my date isn't walking anymore and he is profusely laughing out loud. I turn around, completely confused, when all of a sudden I see my red lace thong lying in plain sight in the middle of the road. I instantly realize my thong must have been stuck in my pant leg while it was in the dryer. And that is the mysterious itching that was going on in my leg, which is just, that's funny, but it must have been like
itch it?
It must have been like maybe like I don't know, but maybe it was like a string kind of thong, like not a thick material.
I feel
one.
like if you would have itched your leg, you would have felt like a mass.
Yeah.
Or maybe she was not trying. I mean,
she said shook it off.
It's not a very attractive thing to like bend over and like scratch
maybe
yourself.
Maybe she like rubbed her legs together. You know how you can like scratch that? Maybe that's something she did.
I itch right now just talking about this. But behind my ear.
Instantly, I turn as red as the tiny piece of fabric lying dead in front of us, and I rush over to pick it up in hopes that he might have blacked out and didn't see it. I was so wrong, and he brought that moment up almost every day that I saw him for the rest of the relationship. Luckily, things ended soon after, and I'll never have to relive that moment again until I hear you read this to thousands and thousands of people, of course. Thank you so much for taking the time to read my embarrassing moment. I love you girls so much, and please don't ever forget to check the arms, legs, and pockets of your clothing after you wash and dry them. Love, Jade.
Love that. But like at least it was like a red lacy thong. Like he was probably like hot. You know like I wear granny panties that no person on this earth should ever see. Like they go all the way half up my back.
So
to my belly button.
Yeah, I'm like rereading it. She said red lace thong. So if it's lace, I'm guessing it was like the really thin.
Yeah.
So that's why it didn't make like a huge huge lump in her pants. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would be like, okay, well, there's clearly something in there. But that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Have you ever had an underwear thing happen like that? Because we had someone send in a story where they threw their underwear across the room, but that was.
I don't
different.
Think so. The only time like I had like where my underwear was seen in public was at Target because I was wearing a long skirt and I bent down because I was looking at something, and when I stood up I had stepped on my skirt, so I like completely pantsed myself.
I missed something and I completely in Target.
Oh, fully pants myself.
Oh my god.
Yeah, fully.
I'm so sad I wasn't there. That would have been hilarious.
I'm not quite sure if anyone saw, but there was definitely people like near, and then whoever's watching security cams.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's so good. We need, you know what? I feel like everyone has an embarrassing like underwear story.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, if you have an embarrassing underwear story, please send it in because that's really funny.
Yeah.
I remember, so when I was in first grade, we had, I don't really remember what holiday it was, but it was like a half day at school. Everyone was dressed up. I was in a dress and I was playing this dodgeball game. I don't remember the exact name of the game, but you would like try to hit each other with dodgeballs. What was it called?
Dodgeball.
Not dodgeball. It was a specific one where you had two sides.
And dodgeball.
No, it wasn't dodgeball. There was a specific name.
It's called dodgeball.
It's not dodgeball.
You have two teams. You run, grab the ball, and try to hit each other.
I'm telling you, it's a little different. It had this whole like twist to it where you could like have like carriers, and it was something with like a war name. I forget the exact name. I'll try to remember it, but I doubt it's going to come back. Anyways, I was one of those like carriers where you could like grab someone, save them, pull them back, and they had to like touch the actual like healer. I forget the name. Anyways, I was one of those people where you had to like pick them up and walk them. I got hit by a ball so hard that I fell on my back and my legs went straight up in the air and my dress came down, and I was mortified the entire rest of the year.
Well, what gym teacher or whoever is letting little girls play in dresses like that?
It wasn't
bound
gym.
to happen.
It was recess.
Oh well, I guess
So it was all on me. But yeah, good
Your
stories.
mom didn't make you wear shorts under your dress? I remember having to wear shorts under my dress.
I had like, nope, just the undies. That was it. It was a long dress, so she probably didn't think it was gonna like fly
She's
up.
like, she'll be fine. Little did she know.
Anyways,
good times.
Yeah, more underwear stories, please. Huh?
Bombardment?
No.
Bombardment? I don't know what kind
I'm
of
gonna text my sister. So yeah, please send in more underwear stories. I have a second story. I got like 2 shorts today instead of getting like one long one.
Okay.
I just wanted to read the funny one because I thought it was just freaking hilarious.
It was great.
But I have a best friend drama one.
I have a friend drama one.
It's a Friends episode. Interesting.
Interesting.
It's not the same one, right?
Oh God.
What's yours about?
Does it have to do with a wedding?
No, not at all.
Tight. Okay. We haven't done it yet,
Taryne's
but
like biggest fear is that we show up with the same email.
that would be great.
Our system, if you guys didn't know, is we have the exact same email address. Like we share it, and then it's kind of like first come, first serve. And you try to grab. It's kind of like a game, actually.
Yeah.
You grab your email and like put it to your folder so she doesn't see it.
Yeah.
So you just kind of have to like check the email box occasionally, and if you see a good one, then you just like grab it, you know, or something that really like resonates in you, and you're just like, I want to talk about that. Then it's like that's what you got to do. You got to sneak it before Taryne comes over and grabs it. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a break, and then I will get into my story. This one is titled, I snooped my BFF's phone and found out what she really thinks of me.
Ooh, snap.
Ba, ba, ba.
Holy macaroni.
I know. Did you get it? Oh my God, good job. She said
attention to
macaroni.
me.
I heard you.
Okay.
God. Let's take a break. I love you.
Are you looking to freshen up your kids' snack game?
or, well, maybe even your snack game? Well, Perfect Kids refrigerated snack bars have you completely covered. From the makers of Perfect Bar, the original refrigerated protein bar, Perfect Kids is a fresh from the fridge line of protein snacks crafted just for kids, or again, maybe even just for you. I don't know about you guys, but I am a snack fanatic, whether it's like in the car or I'm like rushing from one place to another. I constantly have to throw something in my bag, whether it's an apple or some kind of like granola bar or protein bar. I don't care what it is. It has to be something. Otherwise, I get hangry. It's literally in the name, guys. Perfect Bar is the absolute perfect snack, especially for on-the-go lifestyles. Perfect Kids line of fresh from the fridge snack bars have freshly ground peanut butter and up to 8 grams of whole food protein, which is a lot of protein, guys. 8 organic superfoods handpicked for kids' nutritional needs, and a cookie dough-like texture that both you and your kids will love. Emphasis on the you. You guys, it's good. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking refrigerated protein bars. That sounds like a hassle, but never fear, these babies are good for up to 1 week outside of the fridge, so nothing will spoil the magic of the holidays, and you guys will have a delicious and nutritious snack just ready to go whenever you need it. And you can feel good about eating these things because they are organic, non-GMO project verified, gluten-free, soy-free, kosher, and low GI. And because you guys are a UA listener, simply for listening, you guys get 15% off your online order. So all you have to do is go to perfectbar.com/advice. That's ADVICE, and shop their refrigerated snacks at perfectbar.com/advice today. Again, for 15% off your order. Be ready this season with Perfect Kids. Go to perfectbar.com/advice to stock up and once again, save 15%. You're welcome. Happy holidays. We just spent like 5 minutes trying to think of that game that I was mentioning. I still can't remember it. I just remember there was a medic involved. I texted Alicia to see if she can, remember and let me know. But do you guys remember Foursquare?
Yes.
We were just talking about it, and all of these memories came back of just me literally eating shit, just like falling the entire time, just like face down, sliding, scrapes, bruises. I miss those days, but I don't miss those days. My legs don't miss those days.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I was like the queen of like tetherball. I was so good at tetherball, and then I also was really good at what's the where you go against the wall?
Handball?
Yeah, handball.
Yeah.
I like my knuckles were all bloody and scabbed because I would do sliders.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We had this. I'm gonna share this really quick. I had to tearing it up in 4th grade. We were running the mile, and the way we had our system was we had to like run around the playground. Mm-hmm. So it was like the outskirts of the playground was pretty open, and so that a lot of people would use that to run the mile in. And I remember in 4th grade we were running. And every time we ran the mile, we would always run past the tetherball courts. Mm-hmm. So it became this game where all the kids would, in a row, like as they're running, like hit the tetherball, and you would try to get it to go all the way around, like because everyone's running in a line, And so everyone would go by and hit the tetherball, and then eventually it would like come back, as everyone's going around, and then it'd come back again, and then everyone would hit it. And so it was this thing that we did every single lap, and then poor baby Ashley was like, oh, this is fun. I'm going to do it too. So I go and I hit the tetherball, miss the tetherball. My wrist hits the string. The ball wraps around my wrist.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I was running forward and literally got jerked. Like I had no idea what happened. So I kept running. I literally got jerked to my right really hard. And was flung around the tetherball pole.
Oh my gosh.
In circles on my knees.
Oh shoot.
I am not kidding. My knees were shredded.
Oh,
it was
bet.
Disgusting. And it was like sandy asphalt. Like it wasn't
like
clean
you get like
asphalt,
those little pebbles in it. Mm-hmm.
So it was like, I remember my teacher, he just looked at me and he was just shaking his head, and I was just like, I don't know
just
what
like
happened.
Gushing blood.
Yeah,
like,
and I was just like, and I'm the type of person who, if something happens, I'm like, shake it off. I'm fine. Like I'm okay.
Yeah, I'll cry about it later. Yeah.
And I just went to the bathroom. My friends helped me pick the rocks out of my knees.
Dude, that's brutal.
It was so bad.
That's brutal.
Tetherballs are dangerous, guys. It's a fun fact.
One time I walked the mile to see how different my time was from when I tried to run it. It was not that different. It was not that different. And I got in trouble, I got like detention because I was trying in my mind to like prove a point.
Right.
And my PE teacher did not like that.
Yeah.
So, yep.
I remember complaining to my high school PE teacher that I was like, I don't know what's going on, but I can't. And then that year I got diagnosed with asthma.
Oh.
And I'm not kidding.
Do you still have asthma?
No, I like grew out of it. I had I had it for a few years, and then like once I got into college, it went away.
That's crazy.
Because it was never like full like devastatingly
Did
difficult
you have an
asthma.
Inhaler though?
Yeah. But cool. I remember like telling her, I was like, he told you. There's a reason I can't.
I told you.
Because I would do good in all the other sports things. Like I wouldn't do great because you know, I was in band, not sports. But like I could never run the mile. The mile was just the worst. Anyways, we're gonna get to the story. I swear.
Let's go.
Okay, again, a refresher. The title is I snooped my BFF's phone and found out what she really thinks of me.
This is so scary.
Dear Ashley and Taryne, I want to start off by saying that I am using Siri to write this email. So if your names are spelled wrong or any words are spelled wrong for that matter in this email, that is why.
Siri?
Yeah, you know how you can be like, hey Siri, write an email.
People do that. Oh.
When would you like to send this message?
Whoa! Interesting. Yeah, she does that stuff. Anyways,
That makes me think of like those movies where like it's like narrating, like, you know, like you're sitting there and you just hear the voice like reading what it says.
Well, you know that documentary did that. There was a documentary, I think it was on Netflix. I think that said Alexa. It talked about a story and the song that the person was listening to at that time, and it said, "Hey Alexa, play blah blah blah." And so a lot of people who were watching the documentary who had Alexa turned on the song.
Oh, I know. Really we tried that in an episode. Remember, we tried to say "Hey Alexa, play Unsolicited Advice."
Yeah. Well, never mind.
So original, Ashley.
Anyways, here she goes.
Oh my gosh.
I also really enjoy listening to your guys' podcast, and I'm so proud of how far you both have come.
Oh my gosh, thanks.
Okay, so to begin my story, me and my best friend, let's call her Mal, have been friends our whole lives. We grew up like sisters and are family friends. Now that we are 14 and still figuring out our lives, we aren't as close as we used to be, but we're still best friends. Just last month, our families went to Jackson all together and camped. Our last night there, me and Mal decided to sleep in the back of her dad's truck just for fun. I have a hard time sleeping, so she obviously fell asleep first. While I tossed and turned, I was really bored. At about 2 a.m, and my phone was about to die, so I decided to check hers. I feel like that's never a good... I don't know what check hers means, but like...
Maybe she's just trying to like entertain herself. Yeah. Like, oh, my
like
phone's
grab
dead.
A game. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really wasn't planning on snooping, but it just sort of happened. I went into her text messages and searched my name.
Oh, shoot.
I then saw 10 to 20 text messages about me, and they didn't all look so pleasant. The first one was a text message she had sent to one of our close friends apologizing for talking badly about me. I looked when she had sent that text, and it was only weeks before this trip. We hadn't gotten into a fight, and she hadn't talked to me about any of this, so I was really confused and sad. I continued on, and it turns out she was texting all of our friends about how fake and rude I had been and that I didn't care about her. This just about broke my heart because I always assumed I was nice to her, and she had never talked to me about any of this. I also saw screenshots of some of my texts with my other friends, and Mal had been sending them around and making rumors about me. All of this broke my heart, especially because I've been struggling with friends recently, and now I think I know why. I then reflected to myself and realized I wasn't rude and I wasn't fake. The next morning, I didn't talk to her at all, and our families went their separate ways. I pretended like none of this happened, so to this day, she still doesn't know that I know. She's super nice to me, but I hate being around her because I know how she really feels about me, or at least how she felt about me. I've talked to my mom about this, but she's not much help, and just keep saying to be the bigger person and realize no one is perfect.
That's such a mom.
That is a
thing
classic
to say.
mom answer. However, I really do need some advice. Do I talk about this with Mal? I just fear she'll apologize, start crying, and then it'll be over, and somehow she'll make me look like the bad guy. I also wouldn't know how to explain how I know any of this. I obviously can't tell her I was snooping through her phone. If you were in this situation, what would you do? Please help. Sincerely, Olivia.
Dang. How 14 is that, like freshman?
That's freshman or sophomore, depending on the year you're born.
Okay.
But yeah.
Ooh.
Fresh into high school.
Yeah, that's hard.
Those are rough years.
Those are rough years.
And to not have your best friend through those rough years would be difficult.
Dude, snooping it's a slippery slope. Like, because once you, like, if you snoop, to call someone out, like, reveals that you were snooping, which then puts you also in, like, a weird spot.
Yeah. I think the thing with snooping specifically is that you don't have any context whatsoever. So, like, yes, you're getting a lot of context through the text messages, but you don't really know the full story still. So it can be difficult to fully and confidently jump to conclusions. Because obviously they're talking in person too. You know, those are her friends. So maybe she...
But it sounds pretty clear by the text that, like,
yeah,
she was, like, talking crap. Which, like, honestly, it's so hard because I think everybody wants to think that their, like, best friends would never say anything negative.
Right.
But in reality, we all have times where we get annoyed with even the closest people to us. And a lot of us need an outlet to express it. So there's always gonna, like, I'm not naive to think like you or any of my best friends haven't gone to someone and been like, oh, like Taryne like did this and it was so annoying, like whatever.
Right.
And vice versa. Like, it's just, as humans, like, we have to have that outlet sometimes. So I think, like, to a certain extent, like, her expressing concern is, like, kind of like a normal thing. However, I think where it then can spiral is if she's like if she's talking crap about you, not just saying like, oh, this was hard, she made me feel like this, but being like, oh, she's this, she's that. You know what I mean? That's where it gets a little tricky.
Yeah. I think when it comes to snooping, I think if you want to talk to her about it, then I would just build up the strength that you might possibly have to explain how you know all of this stuff, because it is how you know all of this stuff, and it's better to just tell the truth.
That's what's hard.
I think
that's
because
what's hard.
If you can't blame it on anyone else. The only thing I think you could do is just be like, hey, I feel like things are weird between us, and I just want to know, like, have I done anything?
Okay, so devil's advocate. Then she goes, no.
Where you don't have to bring out true.
Then what do you do? Like, that's what I mean. It's so slippery because it's like you can't just like manifest these ways of like how you just know. So then, and the second you say like, I looked through your phone and like obviously search my name, because then she's gonna be like, did you just read through all my conversations?
Yeah.
And you're like, no, I just searched my name. So then it's like, okay, well, you were like trying to find something, but you did find something. So it's like both people have to answer to, you know?
Yeah. I feel like if you're going to talk to her, you really just have to say, I snooped through your phone.
Yeah.
Otherwise she's going to deny everything, or
but also like the fact that she had that thought to do that, to me, says that already there was like something. Like,
yeah, it's
I wouldn't necessarily like go in your phone and search my name unless I had this feeling that like you might be doing something sketchy or talking about me.
It's
you
like
know what I mean?
It's like the cliche couple where the guy is cheating on the girl, and the girl, against her better judgment, like grabs the phone and starts looking because she had a gut feeling that something was going on. And it looks bad that she was going through, his phone, but in the end, she doesn't regret it because now she knows.
Yeah.
So,
well, and that's a hard, because I feel like that's an area where it's like if I snoop through say I was dating a guy, snooped through his phone, saw that he was cheating on me, I would be like, hi, explain this. And then like, I wouldn't even care if he got mad at me, because for me, that would be a deal breaker. I'd be like, I don't care. Yeah, I snooped through your phone. Like, I don't care if you're upset about that. Like, what am I reading right now? You know what I mean? So that's one where you can kind of like swoop, because it's like,
it's a big enough. Yeah.
But I think like, I'm trying to think like, if a friend was reading through my stuff, I would hope I'd be mature enough to just be like, okay, like, honestly, that bothers me that you went through my phone, but also like, yeah, like, that sucks, and I can't imagine like what you felt reading that, and let me explain like where I'm coming from. But you're also like, when you're younger, like, you don't have that ability, you know?
Yeah.
So
I don't see
not
her.
that you don't have that ability, because she sounds very like emotionally intelligent just by the way she like writes.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a really, really hard one.
That's really, really tough.
It's a really hard one.
Also, I feel like it's hard to answer this, because I don't know your friend. You know, I don't know if she's the type of person to kind of like react really quick and kind of lash out, or is she really chill and might take this in a not so negative way.
And she said like she's been feeling like she's struggling with friends, and then she goes in the phone and sees that those friends she's struggling with are all ones that the girl's telling stuff to. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it honestly sounds like it's escalated to a point where maybe stepping in and being like, hey, like, I've been struggling with feeling like everyone's like has like a weird vibe. So I did look through your phone. I'm so sorry. Like, I know that's not right, but like, I did see a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. And honestly, like, I just want to talk to you about it.
Yeah.
But like with everything, and we always say this, you have to be ready for like worst case scenario.
Yeah.
And worst case is she could totally blow up, and then it's like you got to kind of find a new friend group. But
that would be hard, because they're family friends.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a hard one.
That's really hard. I really, this is one of those things where it's like, I feel like I can't advise too much on, because this in the end has to be your decision, of course. But also, I do feel that if she would react poorly to something like this, then maybe she's not like, maybe she's not supposed to be your best friend. And that would be a tough pill to swallow. But I guarantee you, having no negativity is better than having that constant wondering about like whether or not she's even on your side, you know?
She said like, I can't even stand being around her. So that's not a friendship anyways. So
no. And you said you were drifting beforehand. So obviously you'd have to get to a point where you feel this way, but it might be better to talk to her and just, like Taryne said, just like lay it out and just be like, hey, here's how I've been feeling. Here's what I found. I'm apologizing for my part. I need you to explain your part. And then just see where it goes from there.
Yeah.
That's all I can.
Yeah. Really, or you can tiptoe, like you said too, like just be like, hey,
if you're not sure, you know, then go for it. But if you are feeling like
truth is always
you can't be around her, and none of your guys' friends are talking to you, then maybe it's better to just
go
for it. Will set you free.
Or get you in a lot of trouble. But either way, I feel like, you know.
Well, thank you so much for sending that in.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry you're going through this. But thank you for being vulnerable with us.
I will say high school, though, was where I still have friends from high school, like a select few. But that was like where I shifted and started making other friends that are like now my lifelong friends. Like some of my friends I was friends with like from kindergarten up. It was like we started changing and becoming different people. So I would be open to like exploring and seeing like what other people are like and making other friends. It's never a problem to have more friends. So
and from a completely opposite side, I had the same friends all through elementary school, middle school, then moved to a different high school where no one was. So I didn't have any friends from there. Made a group of friends in high school, and then once I graduated high school, literally never saw anyone again. And made a bunch of friends in college. So I just, you know.
And then I came along.
New friends. It's just a way of life, and friends come and go. So it sucks. It really does. I'm not trying to diminish that, but I know you'll bounce back. So.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Cool.
Your turn, Taryne.
Well, keep us updated because I would love to know how that goes. And good luck.
Yeah, poor thing.
You got this. Okay, so my story And again, I'm just so sad these aren't Christmassy. Maybe I should just throw in a couple. And then she unwrapped the package. Anyway, okay. This one is called Bridesmaid Turned Me Into a Bridezilla.
Ooh.
With the bride emoji and the dragon emoji.
So this is the bride writing?
Bridesmaid turned the bride. Oh, yeah. Okay. The bride is writing.
The bride is writing. Which
we haven't had a wedding one in a while. I think we've only
had
one
wedding
one.
Juicy.
I have been, again, I'm like 75% wet. 75% through the plot of 27 Dresses.
She really is.
So
she's checking them
every
off.
time like people talk about wedding dramas, I'm like, you don't even know. I've seen it all. I'm a wedding specialist.
She really is. Taryne's the type of person, any problem that goes down at the wedding, you get Taryne on that problem because she'll fix it no matter what. Like she's like, all right, I got it. I'll do it.
I don't even remember if I've said this on here, but I legit kicked a grandma out of a room because the bride asked me to, and the grandma was like crying, and I had to just be like, Grams, get out. Get out. And she was like fighting me at the door. Yeah.
Like
you gotta go. It's what the bride wants. You gotta do it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why everyone keeps asking me. They're like, if anything bad happens, Taryne will handle it.
Taryne will handle it.
So I guess I'll just ask her to be my bridesmaid. Nobody really
that's
cares
how
about
you're
me.
Getting in all of these.
I'm just basically security. That's it.
Shoot. That's hilarious.
Anywho, okay, let's take a break and then we'll get on to the tea. Hey guys, we just wanted to take a second to just say thank you for being a part of our little unsolicited advice family.
We love you guys so much, and it would mean so much to us if you would rate, review, subscribe, and share our podcast. Spread the word, spread the love.
Yes.
Give advice to everyone. Advice for you, advice for your mom, advice for your friends. Change the world. Help us get the word out there. And that would mean so much to us. And back to the show.
Okay, so again, Bridesmaid turned me into a Bridezilla. Do you feel like you have the capacity to be a Bridezilla?
No.
I don't either.
Here's why. I think I've said this before. I worked at hotels for years, and our hotel was right next to multiple wedding venues. Every weekend, we had at least 3 weddings at our hotel. They were the worst.
Oh, I'm sure the
brides were awful.
Yeah.
They were so bad. And the mother of the brides were even worse. They would come in, no reason whatsoever. I'm not kidding. Screaming at me.
Oh, dear God.
Because I did something wrong. And in the end, no, I didn't. And they were yelling at me for no reason.
Like, hey, who are you?
Or, and I'm not kidding. And then by the end of the night, everyone would get super drunk. And I've had to take drunk people from their car to their room it was like what do you call it? A computer chair.
Did you just dump them when you got there?
Not dump them. I would just open the door. They'd walk in, and I don't know what happened after. But
Seriously?
All I had to do was get them from there to the door. That's all. That was my job.
Amazing.
It was.
I didn't know that was a service that could be used.
It's not. But the brides will ask you to, and
the next time, like my feet
of the brides
hurt,
will
if I'm tired or my feet hurt at a hotel, I'm be like,
the hospitality, and you're supposed to be clean. It's supposed to look nice,
Yeah.
So when they come in and they're a mess,
it's like get them out.
It's like go, move. It's like they just want it to look nice.
No,
so
totally.
I've had to do that multiple times, and the brides are the worst. So I kind of swore to myself, I'm not allowed to be that way.
Yeah, I can't picture myself because I just can't picture myself being like that.
I'm pretty chill. The only thing I could see bothering me is if like the music during the ceremony just didn't work or someone if someone just blatantly just didn't show up.
But you would be sad inside you wouldn't be going around
I wouldn't go crazy, but I would be upset.
Yeah. I just want my wedding to be a giant party. If weddings even exist by the time I get married. Okay, so she's
I almost put my tea everywhere.
Okay. Hi, Ashley and Taryne. I'm just going to roll right past that. You can call me Cece.
Hi, Cece.
Cece.
New girl.
Cece.
We love
Cece. I've been listening since day one.
Yeah, you have.
OG.
Proud of you.
And love your podcast. I listen to it every week when I'm driving to and from work. I listen to our own podcast when I'm driving too. When do you listen to it, Ashley?
I don't like listening to me talk.
I'm joking. I
clears my throat so I sound better.
I guess I should get into my story now. No, guys, you can tell us how cool we are as long as you want in the beginning of your
I feel like
emails.
everyone apologizes for saying how much they love the podcast,
so sorry,
but
I'll
like
get into it.
That's low-key
And
my
we're like,
favorite
no,
part.
let's read it again. Hi.
Should we say it one more time?
Okay. My now husband and I got engaged a little over 2 years ago with all of our friends around. After we got engaged, we started talking about who we wanted to be a part of our special day. He almost immediately knew who he was going to choose. Me, on the other hand, I had no clue who I was going to choose. I grew up around all boys, so I only had a few girlfriends. I feel like it's very hard because like again, from my expertise, like you'll have like a guy that'll be like, I have 4 friends.
Yeah.
And the girl's like, okay, well, I have 12. So like
What
start
do we do?
asking cousin Jerry, like whoever, like.
Well, it's just like the movie, The Best Man movie with
Oh yeah. I love that movie.
Yeah. It's the same because that's what he needed. He needed more friends.
Yeah. It was really awkward. So my best friend was a guy for like all the way out of high school, like best friend. And I always told him he was going to be my man of honor, and we would like argue about it. So when that movie came out, I didn't know anything about it, but I was like, oh my gosh. And I was like, let's go see it. So we went, and it's all about basically how her best guy friend is like secretly in love with her and like breaks up the wedding and they're like all in love. And I just remember sitting there and being like, like so uncomfortable.
You're like,
but
well, this isn't our story.
This is not our story. Yeah. Okay. So anyways, so I finally settled on the girls I planned on asking to be in my wedding. And at the time, I thought they were all the right people. Dun, dun, dun. So starting last October, November, when one of my bridesmaids came into town from Arizona, we all decided we would go dress shopping. We looked at a couple different dresses, and they all ended up choosing the same one, which I was thoroughly surprised. Might I add, the dress was $270.
Got it.
That's a lot, I feel like.
That's expensive. Yeah.
I think my most expensive one was like $160.
Yeah. Mine probably something like that. Yeah.
But then you add like shoes. Usually they're like, oh, I have a girl coming to do our makeup. Surprise, $90 for like hair, $90 for makeup. And then it's like, oh, and we're going to stay at a hotel. Everyone chip in this. Oh, and bachelorette party.
And you're splurging for the bride to get extra stuff. Yeah.
I don't know how I'm still surviving after all the weddings I've had to be in.
Yeah. You've had a lot.
Dear God. Okay. Maybe what if I could have been rich? Well, I wasn't ever in a wedding.
Wrong. Yeah.
Dear Lord. Okay. After some thought, my maid of honor and I decided that was an absurd amount of money to pay for a dress. So we decided to go look at a cheaper dress shop and found a dress we both like for $80. #score. On the way home, my maid of honor posted it in our group chat about it, or posted the dress in the group chat, and basically said, this is a dress we're going to get. One bridesmaid in particular threw a complete fit. She didn't want to get that dress because she didn't think it would fit everyone the same. So after that, there was a blow up in the group chat. And then I had all 4 of them texting me about each other, as well as fighting over this stupid dress.
Of course.
After we all went and I had them try it on, they all agreed and ordered the dress, which, again, we've said this, I think, in our last wedding one. It's not about you.
It's really, that was going to be that was my one thing as I was going to say. I was like, they have no choice.
No.
It's her day. She gets to choose the dresses.
Yes.
The whole joke is that no one likes the dresses.
And you're never going to wear your bridesmaid's dress again,
yeah,
usually.
Like that's the running joke is like, okay, well, this dress looks horrible on me, but who cares because she looks good. Like that's your job. That's like your role that day. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's so annoying to me when I hear like the girls like freaking out.
Yeah.
Now, the only thing I think I could see is if it was like a freaking like bikini top and a dress. Like I can see being like, hey,
I need some more fabric.
Yeah.
Or when it's like too much fabric and you look like a loofah.
But even that you can't, because I feel like you can only pull a like, I like am not comfortable showing this much skin or something.
Yeah.
But even I had one dress that it was a lot more booby than I would have preferred. Yeah. But yeah, again, it's like not about you.
Right.
It's not about you
at all. Yeah.
Everyone say it together.
It's not about you.
Good job. I wonder how many people in the car actually said it. If you listen to podcasts and they say like to repeat them or something, do you do it?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. Okay. So after that big ordeal, a month or two go by and we are talking about shoes and bachelorette parties and all the fun stuff. During this whole time, we had decided heels were a no-go for the reception because homegirl is clumsy AF. So me and my other bridesmaids decided on wearing Vans to the reception. And then we were talking.
Cute.
I know. I love that. And then we were talking about going to Nashville or something like that for a batch party. I know, totally cliche, which might I add, I was super freaking excited for all of this.
Not cliche.
No, not cliche.
Cliche in the best way.
Like, I would go to Nashville
totally
for
do that.
mine.
That
Yeah,
sounds like
heck yeah.
so much fun.
I don't know where she's from. I don't think she has said that. After a couple of weeks, one of my bridesmaids was getting ready to start college and got an apartment off campus. Around this time, I started to notice that her and her boyfriend, my now husband's best man, became distant to us, which greatly upset my husband. One night, we all finally got together and she decided to tell me she couldn't afford to buy the Vans or spend the night/weekend in a hotel. Her saying this really upset me since she was going out and doing a bunch of stuff. It seemed like this commitment she made to me over a year prior meant nothing. So after talking with my fiance at the time, we decided I needed to reach out and see what was going on.
Good for her.
Yeah. I sent her a message just reaching out to see what I could do to help her, which like that's the key thing. Like she's reaching out being like, hey, like, okay, if you can't afford this, like what can I do to help? I had no intent of being malicious or kicking her out of the wedding, but she took it that way. She ended up saying something along the lines of, have a nice life, I'm out.
Oh.
Yeah. So as you can imagine, I was hurt and confused. We ended up talking on the phone and she told me how horrible of a friend I was and that her and her boyfriend weren't going to be in the wedding. My husband met up with her boyfriend for lunch the next day. Ultimately, he told him that he didn't feel like he was the right person to be his best man in the wedding and they would not be attending at all.
Wow.
Yeah. She said, mind you, we are a month away from the wedding at this point. It's been over a month since the wedding and neither of them have reached out or even attempted to talk about this situation. We both are so hurt that our best friends would do this to us right before our wedding. We ended up finding replacements and we both agree we finally made the right decision having these two people by our side. I just need words of affirmation that I didn't blow this out of proportion and I made the right choice. I was severely depressed during this entire wedding process and I was just at my wit's end. Again, I'm sorry for the long story. I love you both and your podcast. XOXO CC.
Wow. I'm completely in shock.
I know.
Leaving a wedding a month before the wedding has got to be one of the worst things to do to someone.
Yep.
And she said she was going to be in there a year beforehand.
There's so... First of all, I just want to say, like at the end, she's like, did I do this right thing? She calls herself a bridezilla. And I'm like, homegirl,
you did nothing wrong.
You are like literally the opposite of a bridezilla. First of all, you said no to the dress everyone wanted because you wanted a cheaper option, which
Good
by
for
the
you.
way,
amazing.
This is one of the girls who agreed on this $200 and whatever dress.
Right.
Instead, they got an $80 one. Vans are not $100
Vans
and
are like
whatever. I can't do math.
$45.
Yeah. So like, it doesn't make sense. And the thing is she says to her, hey, I can't afford all this stuff. The girl reaches out to be like, what can I help you with? And she's like, I'm done. You're attacking me. I'm out of your wedding. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, she sounds like something else is going on.
She sounds awful.
And then not only that, she leaves the wedding taking her boyfriend, who is supposed to be the guy's best man, with her. Like, it's
honestly,
just such a messed up situation.
Honestly, like, good riddance. Like, they sound terrible. If they're willing to just like drop it and leave, and that was his best man,
Santa would be pissed. There, I tied it in.
Christmas. There we go.
No, I just want to put you at ease.
Yeah.
You did nothing wrong. You had every right to be upset about this. Money is a very difficult thing,
especially for weddings.
Yeah. And I think if you would have come at her and been like, hey, I said get the Vans and you better be in my bachelorette thing or you're out, then I would be like, that's a little rough. But I think like she didn't even give you a chance to be like, hey, I'll get your Vans and like it's fine. You don't have to come to the bachelorette party.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she didn't give you a chance. So I think you dodged a bullet because she obviously doesn't care if she hasn't reached out to reconcile. And she could have been like, hey, this is too stressful. I'll be at your wedding to support you, but I just don't want to be a bridesmaid. So
yeah. But she didn't have to take the best man either.
Yeah. And it makes sense that you're depressed. We talk about this all the time. Like friend breakups are like way worse than relationship breakups because you don't ever see that coming.
Also, wedding times are so stressful. One of our best friends just got married and she was stressed the whole time too. And she was actually the chillest bride I've ever seen. Chill. You guys, a lot of people are starting to do it now. She basically just said, here's the color, find whatever dress you want. Yeah. You know, make sure it's not slutty and you're good to go. Like that was her only thing. And so we all showed up with like very beautiful color coordinated dresses, but they were all different. She was very chill. Didn't care. Like
wear whatever shoes, wear whatever hair, makeup. She didn't care. Yeah.
And it was, I'm not kidding, the most beautiful wedding. And she was so relaxed. Like, I mean, she was still stressed like everyone else. Like, I hope you understand that like it's normal to be feeling those emotions coming up to your wedding. But man, you did everything right. Like you talked to her, you communicated everything. You even got the cheaper dress. You went with Vans as the chill shoe. I feel like that's even like really dope because a lot of people would be like, no, you're wearing the heels. Yeah. You know?
Well, and she said something about like her friends like going out and like doing a bunch of stuff. And that's the hard thing with social media now. Like you can't play both
can't
sides.
Spend $45 on Vans, but you can go out to eat every single night of the week.
Every single night you have coffee every day.
Drinking and partying. Yeah. No. That's hard. It's hard.
Or like if you're gonna calling out sick and posting her at Disneyland. Like people know everything. Yeah. So if she was smart, she would have been more off the grid about like her money spending. Yeah. But she obviously didn't care that much either, or is just stupid. But so I think it's honestly, it's one of those things where I think it's heartbreaking when it happens. That timing is so freaking crappy.
It sucks, yeah.
But it sounds like you guys have realized too, like it's best. And there's a lot of weddings where I'm thinking of one very particular where there's drama like that happens, but they're like, no, let's just keep going with this. Then those people are in the wedding and end up like
photos
not being in their life for the rest of their life, and then that's even more painful. So it's kind of like a blessing in disguise that Band-Aid was ripped off before. Yeah.
That's what you'd have to like cut them out of your photos. Yeah.
Well,
put a sticker over their face.
Every relationship you have, it should be something where that person makes you a better version of yourself, right, or like challenges you and uplifts you. So if she was only making you feel like stressed and pulled down and not important, especially in this time where like you literally are supposed to be like enjoying this, it's your day, it's your time, then it's probably the best. Still sucks, and there still could be reconciliation, but you definitely, if you needed us to affirm you, girl, you're fine. Like this was not you.
She knew about this for a year. She chose the more expensive dress. She's choosing to do all these other things aside from all the wedding stuff, and now can't afford it. You went out of your way to talk to her and communicate with her and help her as much as you could with like money if that was the problem, and then she just bounces and takes the best man. Goodbye.
Yeah, no, she's done.
You're gonna have a much better wedding without her.
Clap
and
out.
I guarantee you, if his best man can leave that fast, he's not a best man.
Well, he's whipped.
That too.
I would be if my boyfriend tried to pull that, I'd be like, you better shut up and put your tux on. Get over there. Like you're his friend. Like get over there. You know?
That's so stupid.
So no.
Yeah. So goodbye to both of them. You don't need them. You guys are gonna have a much happier life without them.
And now you have us.
Your replacements. You're welcome. I mean,
just Photoshop my face in your wedding photo, please.
Yeah.
Please.
And then again, I know I already said it, but at least you don't have to see her face in your photos.
Yep. It's true.
I would be pissed. I'd be so upset.
Yeah.
So you at least that's not happening.
That pee there.
pissed.
She popped her pee. She's mad. I feel like that
sounded weird.
I'm gonna.
God, Taryne.
Okay.
I don't like it.
It wasn't. I wasn't being intentional.
I don't like it. Anyways, thank you so much for sharing your story. We absolutely love the wedding stories. We've gotten a few, and they're so interesting. Also, we were just in one, so it's fresh and stuff. But thank you so much for sharing.
Yes. Oh shoot, I had another Christmas dad joke because of course we have to end with that, but I can't find it. Oh, I know why I didn't have one. What was your one freaking job, Ashley Nicole?
I'm sick. It's not my fault.
Well, look what I'm now.
It's too late. I can't.
It's not too late. That's the magic.
Scrimmage. The game was called Scrimmage. The dodgeball game.
That's a weird. Scrimmage is just like a word for sports. Never heard of like a game called Scrimmage.
Anyways, it was called Scrimmage. Are you ready?
Yes, please.
Our last Christmas dad joke, brought to you by Ashley Nicole, is: what kind of motorcycle does Santa ride?
Shoot, I don't know.
A Harley Davidson.
It's so stupid. You don't even when you pick it
was good. It was good.
You didn't even chuckle.
Relax. Why are you coming at me right now?
You literally didn't chuckle. You smiled.
Why are you coming at me right now?
Because
thank you so much for listening to this podcast. Be sure to follow us, like, rate, review, share, subscribe. And that's all of it. If you have a story that you'd like to share with us, we have an email, advice@unsolicitedpod@gmail.com. Send it there. And that's all we have to say today. Sorry, today was weird. I feel weird.
Was it? I'm gonna go take cold
medicine.
Remember, every time we feel like we did awful, those are the episodes where I'm like, wow, that was really good.
I don't know why I cannot catch my breath.
Yeah, you need to you need to take a second.
I'm having a hard time over here.
Merry Christmas to all of you.
Merry Christmas. We love you. We'll talk to you soon.
Spread some cheer.
Just kidding. We're not done.
Spread some cheer. I'm trying to make this whole Christmas episode was not Christmassy. So, give someone the gift of happiness and love.
Jolly.
If you get a weird present, just smile through it.
Holly.
Stop just saying words.
I'm trying to make it more Christmassy.
Catch your breath, girl.
All right, we gotta go.
All right, we love you.
Love you. Bye.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Goodbye, Taryne.
Bye.